Yeah, I thought that part of it was really good.
I love the whole aspect of him battling with like memory loss and just like. Welcome back, everybody, to Marvel Movie Mondays. Here we are back at it again, going through the MCU once again with Anthony. And today we're talking about Captain America, the Winter Soldier, possibly one of the greatest MCU movies. And I'm curious to see what Anthony thinks. So, this movie was directed by Anthony and Joe Russo. It was their kind of MCU directorial debut for them. And we know that they have gone on to direct some of the biggest MCU projects. Their next installment is Captain America Civil War, which is arguably one of the bigger ones. And then they end the multiverse saga with both Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. They are fantastic directors, and I'm just so eager to see what Anthony thinks of their creation, pretty much. So before we get into his thoughts, just a little bit on this movie. As Steve Rogers struggles to embrace his role in the modern world, he teams up with his fellow Avenger, I should say, and S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Black Widow to battle a new threat from history, an assassin known as the Winter Soldier. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward and exactly what the plot is. We have Chris Evans returning as Steve Rogers. We have Samuel L. Jackson returning as Nick Fury. We have Scarlett Johansson returning as Black Widow, and a couple other surprises in there with some new cast, like Robert Redford being introduced as Alexander Pierce. This movie is fantastic. So, Anthony, what did you think?
This movie was good. The only real issue I have it is the story in the beginning, as it has moments where it moves kind of quickly on certain areas in terms of Sam Wilson, which is Falcon, he played by Anthony Mackie. He's introduced early and then we don't see him till later. So it's just like there's that, and he's a counselor, so he just gets swapped in the beginning. But after you get those initial opening of the movie, and you have the Tescalon is introduced, and you have the whole thing with the carrier with Crossbones, and you have just Steve Rogers just trying to fit into the modern world. He visits Peggy.
She's old.
She's old, and you have all that, and then it's kind of just. Then it goes into the story, which is pretty much well-grounded and well-paced till the end. But the only issue was the beginning part. But other than that, so far, this movie was a good movie so far as we go into the episode.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great because I agree with your con, I guess, on this movie. I think that they do kind of rush Sam's story a bit. I think that we could have spent more time with it, but I think that I want to say at the time, I don't know if they were going to go too far into his story in this movie, just because he plays. I mean, he does become an Avenger more or less. More so, obviously, later on, and I think they kind of just wanted to give you a taste of him right now and see what he kind of grows into, because he has a very, very big arc over the next like 10 movies. So you'll see, and I think that'll make you appreciate this movie more for what you do get of him. However, I love Anthony Mackie. I think that he's fantastic. I think that he delivers a lot of comedic relief, especially just like even the beginning when they're running laps and he's just like on your left, like it's hilarious. And he kind of introduces Steve to some modern day things that he should check out, music and such. And I like the character development that we get from Steve Rogers in this, because he's finally settling in. This is post Avengers New York attack, and so he's kind of like, I fought some aliens, things have settled down. I'm gonna just try and like catch up on some stuff. He ends up kind of showing some kind of a little bit of a love interest in Peggy's daughter, which is interesting, seeing how he was in love with her.
Is she not Agent 13?
Yeah. And then we also have Black Widow, who is basically his sidekick throughout this entire movie. And we get a lot of really cool moments with her. Now, I want to talk about the Winter Soldier. What'd you think of Bucky?
I thought Bucky's story arc was good. I thought his look was good.
Mm-hmm.
The way that he was portrayed on screen was really well done. I thought, I thought that part of it was really good.
I love the whole aspect of him battling with like memory loss, and just like obviously the robotic or vibranium arm is awesome. Like, it's such a cool aesthetic, and to add that he is basically just another Captain America puts a whole spin on like, is Steve very special, So we have these two super soldiers battling it out through the entire movie, which some amazing action sequences, I have to say. Like, there is a really great part. I love, a lot of people reference the helicopter scene where he's holding the helicopter with one arm. I think that is a very iconic Marvel scene as of now. But we have, this movie delivers on a lot of things. I think that the direction of this movie is the most impressive thing. Besides some of the story pacing, I think that this movie stands pretty tall. And it has, pretty good scores in it from the Marvel scores are never bad. Like, usually the Marvel scores are really great. And it sprinkles the Captain America score with a little bit of a darker tone in between it. So it's nice to see, because we have this, it's a little bit of a darker tone compared to the first movie, the first Captain America movie. That's very gung-ho patriotic, and this one is more of like modern day is a little gray. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the way that Steve is gone about doing things is different. How SHIELD runs things, and how the old traditional military style of running things is totally different. So he has to basically evolve and see the new modern world as it is.
Yeah,
so.
It's got to catch up quick.
Yeah, and I also thought that this had really good comedic elements when it needed to be. Like, I didn't think they were rushed. I thought they were put in good points between Steve and Black Widow, and she's trying to get him to talk to Agent 13. So I thought that was cool. Those comedic elements, and then Stan Lee's cameo again, of course.
He's the custodian.
He's the custodian,
or the guard.
He's the guard in the Smithsonian, and he's like, when Cap goes in to take his, he goes, I need a new costume. When he goes in there, he's like, oh, I'm gonna lose my job, and you have that scene with him. So I thought the comedy was spread really well in this movie. That part of it was awesome.
Yeah. So basically, I think this movie sits pretty high on the list. If you were to rate this movie, what would you rate it?
This one's good. This one's definitely going to be a 4. I think it's a 4. I think it's a solid 4. The music's good. The score is good. The cinematography is good. The action sequence is good. So, the only issue is the story.
Okay.
The story pacing in the beginning, but it strays, it goes places, and then it comes back into course. So, other than that, it's a 4.
All right. I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 5. I absolutely adore this movie. I love this movie so much. I have the Captain America Winter Soldier shield upstairs. And I just think that this is one of my favorite, suits that Captain wears also in this movie. It sits pretty high on my list. I think I would put this in my top 5 of the MCU movies. I love it so much. So 4.5. I don't think it's necessarily perfect, but I do enjoy it, and I do feel like I could watch it again and again. So it definitely earns points on that note. Okay, that's gonna be it for our movie review. let's get into Marvel trivia and send it off.
We have some Marvel trivia for Calvin. I'm getting to the end of this list here. We'll get to the end. It's like I said, if you feel free, audience, if you have lists that you want to
send them over,
because we need a new list because we're almost at the end of this one. All right. Which SHIELD building is located in Washington? I just mentioned it.
You did. I don't know. Historical building?
No, it's like the SHIELD main, like the main SHIELD building, like the headquarters.
I don't know.
The Triskelion.
Yeah.
Yep. I mentioned it at the beginning.
You did.
I can't believe you didn't catch it.
I heard it, but then I was like, I don't know. It just didn't sit with me.
I figured I'd say that I'd ask this one because it is the Winter Soldier episode.
No, that's a good question.
All right, you're gonna know that one. That's pretty easy. Let's go down the line here. We have, who is Hawkeye married to?
I don't know his wife's name. I don't. I know who his wife is, but I just don't know her name. Like, she's not a superhero character or anything, so.
It's Laura Barton.
Laura Barton. Got it.
All right. Let's see. We're getting close to
Stumpy,
the end of this list here.
Well,
I want to get some good ones though.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, not that one. That one's too easy. Complete this lyric. It's been blank all along.
Been you all along? I don't know.
It has been Agatha all along.
Oh, you didn't. Okay. Got it.
I mean, the question says complete the lyric. It's been blank all along.
I should have taken that more in a song note. But yes. Who's that? Look. Yeah. It's been Agatha all along.
Is it a song that happens in one of the movies?
It's a song that happens in WandaVision.
Okay.
Agatha Harkin, she's a witch, and yeah, she's a puppet master, pretty much.
All right. Moving on, we have, let's see what we can find here.
I feel like I should have got that one.
Scott hid his old Ant-Man suit underneath a trophy. What did that trophy say?
Oh, man. I don't know.
World's greatest grandma.
That's funny. I was going to, what's funny? I was going to say world's greatest dad, but that.
Close.
It's close, but
not.
But then I thought about it and I was like, Scott Lang wouldn't hide it under there. Scott Lang wouldn't get that trophy, probably. His luck's bad.
All right. You probably know this one.
Well, you stumped me so far this whole time. So
I got him a couple of times,
but
let's see. Loki's discovered, and he is actually which species?
A frost giant.
He is a frost giant.
Yeah.
That is correct. He got that one right away.
That is, I don't know if I know that more so because of Norse mythology or if I know that because of the MCU.
All right. He's going to know this one, but we're going to give it to him anyways. Which villain appears in the near end of Spider-Man No Way Home?
Which villain appears in the end?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's like all of them, but Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, Sandman, Lizard.
It's Eddie Brock. It's Venom.
Oh my God. That doesn't count. He's like, that's like an after credit scene, bro. Like, and it's not even like.
Okay.
Shame on these people for making that question.
It's BuzzFeed.
Okay. Well, shame on you, BuzzFeed.
All right. We have time for one more or two more?
Let's go one more.
One more?
Yeah.
Okay. Who voiced Ultron in Avengers Age of Ultron?
Oh, No, why have you forsaken me?
I'll give you. You want a hint? This actor played.
He was in Community, or not Community. He was in The Office.
Yep, he was in The Office. He was also in Stargate.
Yeah.
He was also. Yeah. I'll let you think about it for a second before any more hints.
I just know him so much from Community, or not Community. I keep saying Community. The Office.
He's in a really old 80s movie called Mannequin with Andrew McCarthy.
Damn, you have stumped me this whole fucking time, dude. What's his name?
James Spader.
God. I failed. This definitely was a failure. All right. Well, keep stumping me. It's the only way that I can get better at this.
Well, there's not much left on this BuzzFeed list. So anyways, that's going to do all the Marvel trivia we have for today for this episode, Captain America Winter Soldier.
All right, everybody. Take care. We'll catch you on the next one.
Take care, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you all so much for tuning into the Calvin Cam podcast. We appreciate you all so very, very much. And if you like us, hit that like and subscribe button down below. It really helps us out, as well as you could go over to our social media platforms like Instagram or X and follow us over there. We like to communicate and build our community up, as well as you could also go to patreon.com/thecalvincam and join one of our 3 tiers that we offer. We offer a couple of different benefits per tier, and it's good stuff, and it would really, really help us, and we'd really appreciate it, of course. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you later.